Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Chats with Ryan. And today we're going to talk about the 2025 movie by Steven Soderbergh, Black Bag, starring Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett. Um, Interesting movie. Um, I When I picked that movie, I hadn't heard of it. I was just going into Steven Soderbergh's filmography, thinking, oh, I like the director. I wonder what he's up to. What has he been releasing? And I saw it and then I looked at it and it has 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, oh, that looks like a
Oh
pretty
wow.
good movie. Screenplay by David Coap as well, usually writes good stuff. So I thought, let's give it a go. But very strange. Never heard about it. And yeah, did you have you heard about it before?
No, I hadn't. And funnily enough, because Steven Soderbergh, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, he air brackets retired. And then he came out of retirement. I think he was it's either to do Logan Lucky or maybe Kimmy. It was around that
Mm,
kind of era.
yeah,
And then it's obviously just, well, I'm not retired anymore. He's just banging out heaps and heaps of movies in the last 4 or 5 years. This is just another one of those kind of little uh, just very uh, minute film. No, your
mm.
90 minutes. I think this film was. I think a
Yeah,
couple of his other
96.
films have
It's
been.
very goes by very, very quickly.
It's a very easy. Well, a very short film to watch. I wouldn't necessarily say
It's
easy film to watch.
it's easy to watch, but not that easy to comprehend.
No, it was very dialogue heavy. Um,
Yeah.
I almost thought it was a bit of a drama. It was like a character drama,
Mm,
but they're spies. So because
yeah.
obviously Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett are these two super spies. Well,
Mm.
she is, I think. And then where there's a possible, or one of them has, one of them are betraying the country. Had they?
Yeah.
Hadn't they?
Black bag, as they
Black
say.
bag.
um, but yeah, it was interesting. I read that Steven Soderbergh was quite disappointed about how the movie was not uh, more profitable than what it was, especially when it has big names in it. But
Yeah.
that was funny because he thought that, oh, maybe it's something that is a bit more cultural or because young generations are not going to the movies anymore. And I was thinking, no, mate, I think it's bad marketing. It hasn't been
Yeah.
properly marketed. I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, that's the only kind of thing that I can think of. Yeah, and it's just like and that's what I think we're doing a lot of as well. We're kind of reviewing some of these smaller films that people don't hear about, which I think is a good thing because it gets a name out for these films, and
Yeah,
it's
exactly. I
something that
mean, a lot of movies that I would watch beyond the one that are definitely making a splash are when I'm going into Wikipedia rabbit hole of that actor or that director or that screenwriter. What have they done? Oh, that's interesting, and it has good reviews, but nobody has really heard about it. And this one was definitely one of them. So yeah, glad that we are going into this kind of movies. But all right, let's talk about maybe let's address the elephant in the room. The storyline is really reminiscent of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. How did you think it compares to it?
uh, I liked it a lot better because obviously they're a bit more of an age couple,
Yeah.
uh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I think that's when Brangelina was. They were in their probably early 30s, and now you've got Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett who are in their late 40s and 50s. It just has that more mature kind of undertones towards it, where
Yeah.
it's not a spectacle film. It's
Mm,
it's a very very dialogue heavy film. So if you're going into this thinking, oh, it's a spy film with Michael Fassbender, no, there's one scene where there's any semblance of action, and that's about a 3 second car explosion that has nothing to do with Michael Fassbender. So,
Yeah.
uh,
And I think Michael Fassbender might be a robot. He's got this very
yeah,
cold delivery quality about him. Not that he's bad acting, he just has this, yeah, I don't know,
George,
maybe it's
yeah,
the,
yeah, George is almost meticulous with his OCD, with the way he comes across, how he does his job, even to the point where they're doing a dinner at the beginning of the movie, and he notices he's got some splotches of grease on his wrist, on his sleeve, and he needs to go get changed because it needs to be
yeah.
perfect. So I thought that they could have done that was done well. I think it could have just been amped up a little bit. There could have been
Mm,
just more of that, just to show just how I don't know tightly wound he was.
yeah, yeah. Um, I like I like that. I like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but as you were saying, it's definitely not a realistic movie. You have those two incredibly beautiful people that are a couple. There is a lot more action. There is a lot more comedy, a lot more goofiness about it. This movie is a lot more serious and cold. It reminded me a bit of a David Fincher movie, but with a Soderbergh twang like to it.
Yep.
But yeah, the both Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett are a bit cold-ish as characters, but they make for a good couple. They do have chemistry in their
Yep.
meticulousness and their coolness that they
And
have
because
about them.
and because they love each other, like that's their you know kind of they're very what's more important to them, their job or their marriage, and it's just they never really kind of answer that, but that's very kind of close to each other. Like they'll kill for each other basically.
Yeah.
They do they? We won't give it away. We won't spoil that. Maybe they do at one stage towards the very end of the film.
Yep.
There's another part of action. Completely forgot about that. But it's just, but see, that's just another thing where the film, it's good, but it's slightly forgettable that there's that big ending where uh, blood sprays upon the roof, and I've
Yeah.
forgotten that about that already. So it's forgettable. Um,
Hmm.
you said that David Fincher kind of reminds you of that. I was actually thinking it had a bit of a Guy Ritchie feel towards it as well.
A little bit.
Just
Guy
yeah,
Ritchie is a little more fast-paced, I
yeah,
feel, but in the witty dialogue space, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
yeah. It had aspects of all of them. I think I definitely had Soderbergh vibes. Obviously directed by Soderbergh. I
Yeah.
love the fact that how he does cuts at this of the same scene but different angles. Uh,
Mm.
Obviously, in that first dinner scene where it's basically it's kind of a face down, and the camera is facing down towards the group, but then it cuts to the other side, and it does that quite a few times. I love that he does that.
It
It's kind
does
of
that.
one of
The way that he positions the camera and the way that he edits, it's really it really helps you follow the action. For example, when they are in the coffee shop as well, and she leaves the note near the sugar tray or whatever that is, and then somebody else goes and picks up the notes, and this is what you're following her with her coffee cup. She puts the stuff, and then it comes back, and you follow the other person who goes and pick up the notes. It's like you want to focus on the note, and he does that very well to make you understand, okay, well, this is what you need to focus on, what the scene is telling you, and what you should not miss. Um, so that's pretty good. And thank God, because the story is a little convoluted, I have to say.
yeah, and I found the characters. it took a while to get to know these characters to the point where, because the film opens with the dinner party of the six
Mm,
people, where you've got uh, obviously you've got George and Catherine, then you've got Freddie and Clarissa, and then James and Zoe. I felt that that could have come in the middle of the film where we know these characters a little bit more
yeah,
because it was very it was it was too much too soon where we're getting to know all these characters. I had to go back and watch it again today and just kind of go, all right, I know these characters now. I can watch this scene. I think if you had that kind of towards the middle of the movie, you've got kind of understanding of who these characters are. Then you can put that kind of very, very dialogue heavy scene where you're getting to know kind of there's situations between Freddie and Clarissa and Freddie and Zoe and all those kind of people. It would have made more
yeah,
sense then.
yeah. I think it's definitely worth a rewatch. I mean, I didn't have a chance to like watch it again, and when you're seeing it once, it's not bad in the way that you can follow it enough, but I know that there are things that I've missed, and on second watch, I would be like, okay, I get it a bit more. I understand where this is going, why they are saying that, etc., etc. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a downside, but it's a consideration. But maybe.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, one actor that I really liked in it, I mean, beside Fassbender and Cate Blanchett, was Pierce Brosnan.
oh, come on. Yeah, of course. You gotta love Pierce Brosnan.
So good. Really like him.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't. Did they make him up to look a little bit more, it, not as attractive as he could be? Do you think that did they do that to him?
Yeah,
Because,
I don't know. I think I mean, I don't know how old he is,
or,
but
I,
now he's getting pretty old. He still looks pretty good, to be honest, for somebody
yeah.
his age. And it's more of the delivery of his lines.
Uh,
And they make him a bit
yeah.
douchey as well. He delivers on the
Oh,
douchey
yeah.
side.
That's why I was wondering if, because I don't know if they've just got there was just something about, I don't know if that's, well, yeah, he's in his, I'd have to be in his 70s by now, but I wondered if they just kind of just made him up ever so slightly just to look a little bit more, yeah, douchey, basically, yeah, because he wasn't the nicest person in the film.
No, not really. And I don't remember the Japanese dish that he's eating as well with the fish that is on its last breath. I had to Google it because I was very intrigued by it.
Yeah, apparently it's a real dish. I think you can. I don't
It
know if you
is.
can actually get it. Yeah, I don't know if you can actually get it in Britain, but yeah, I think it's a more of a
Well, apparently
Japanese.
it's outlawed, or it's outlawed in some countries because
Yeah,
of animal cruelty. But yeah, I found like a 4 minutes video where you see this kind of dish, real one. It's yeah, it's a bit of a rabbit hole as well. Don't do that to yourself. Um,
what else is there? I like the fact that we've got the score by David Holmes, who is someone who's worked with Soderbergh quite extensively. It did.
mm,
There was a few moments where you're almost like thinking, "Oh, is Danny Ocean going to drop in?" Because you've got the kind of the Ocean's 11 kind of theme, kind of going towards it. It
yeah,
had a very, very similar techie and just upbeat kind of theme towards it. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of Ocean's 11. Yeah, especially with the score. Even though Ocean's 11 is a lot more fast paced, I would say.
Yep.
It's like the maybe the younger Soderbergh when he was a bit more choppy in his editing and a bit more fast paced. I feel that his later movies are a bit more, yeah, maybe a bit more mature, taking their time, longer shots, which is the same style but a bit different. Um, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to add.
Mm,
There was a nice scene in the middle of the film where George has asked Clarissa to kind of help with
with the satellite?
the satellite. You
Yeah,
almost
that was
actually, that was quite a bit of a heartbreaking scene for her because she's, you know, where she kind of has a bit of a breakdown about, well, what are you doing next? Relationships in the spy world where you can't really have a relationship because what are you doing on Friday, Wednesday? It's black bag. Well, where are
yeah,
you going? It's black bag.
this black bag.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything. No, that was a very good scene. That was very gripping.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I really liked that. I actually wrote it down. It's one of my favorite part of the movie. Now, otherwise, I think that's all my notes. I had
yeah. Me
something that
too.
they need better lighting for their house because it is so dark in there. It was disturbing me.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. It was, wasn't it? That was, I guess, that was kind of adding towards that a little bit. The maturity of the to mature house, I suppose. They don't have kids. She mentions that at the
Yeah,
beginning where there's nice house. Well, we don't have kids, so
because we not have kids. Yeah, I don't know how it feels like. So,
yeah, I know. My house is consistently messy because of my children, but
yeah,
that
that's what they
is
do.
the life with children.
Cool. Should we get the scores?
Yep. All right. All right. This is yours. I'll let you go first if you like.
I go first. Okay. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. I liked it. I liked the direction. I liked the acting. I thought the script was a little convoluted, but the direction saved it for it to be able to be followed just enough on first watch. So that was okay. Uh, but also, I'm not sure how memorable the movie was. I'm not sure how much I would remember it in a month from now. So it's a good watch. It's nice. It's worth a rewatch. It's a very easy and agreeable movie to watch, but a bit forgettable for me. How about you?
Yeah. Also 3.5. Almost word for word what you just said. Great direction. I liked the screenplay. I thought it was a very smart and clever screenplay. Maybe a little bit too smart for me. Uh, but once, like you said, I don't think I'm going to remember it too much in about a month or two's time. There's probably movies I've gone back through my written review page where I've gone, oh shit, I don't even remember watching that movie. And I think this is definitely going
It's
to be
one
one
of
of those.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad film, but it's just not one I'm going to remember. So yeah, also 3.5 out of 5 for me. Give it a watch, but it's good.
Or two
It's
or
not great.
three,
Yeah,
you can come back to it. You'll forget it. So
yeah,
black bag.
Blackback.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for tuning. Please leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps with the algorithm.